So, welcome back to another video, and in this video, obviously, as you saw from the title and also the intro, we're going to be talking about Marvel 2. And what you see on the screen is Justin Wong versus Yipes. This is a legendary set where, as you can see, Justin Wong was playing Cyclops and Yipes was playing Team MSP. And this match is just such a great match because it shows truly what Marvel 2 is about. Hype, comeback, and just straight style. And that's today's video. We're going to be talking about mainly the Dreamcast version, which they're playing on, and why this is like the definitive best version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You know, we have the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection, well, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, but it has mvc2 in it, and it has a lot to offer. But today we're going to be just talking about the mvc2 on the Dreamcast. It's your basic fighting game. There's nothing really here. This video is kind of going to be short because there's not really much to talk about because the substance doesn't come from the game. It comes more from the community, if that makes sense. It doesn't come from like the gameplay itself, or not really the gameplay itself, but more of like the modes and things. Because in the Dreamcast version, it had very just basic modes. You had arcade mode, which you just run through, I think, 7 stages or 10 stages. One of those two numbers, and you're just kind of, you know, going to fight a final boss who happens to be Abyss, and that's pretty much it. It gives you like the small quote-unquote story of the game, and that's just kind of like, you know, Ruby Heart has to destroy, you know, with her friend Amingo and Sun Sun. Yeah, ironically, those are the 3 characters of the game. Ruby Heart, Sun Sun, and Amingo are actually the 3 characters made for the game, and they're also the quote-unquote main characters. Even though there really is no main character of the game, they classify as that. So the ending story follows those 3, and it just gives small snippets of the characters in the roster. You have a versus mode, a training mode, which is just in the Dreamcast version at least, it's kind of a representation of its time. It's a basic training mode that allows you to have like infinite bars. You can do DHC, delay DHC. There's like small little things that they try to like do, but there's no real like definitive training here about that, and that's pretty much it. You have like an unlocking system. I forget exactly what it's called, but I'll put it on screen here, and this is where you go, like, you get points for playing the game, and you use those points to unlock different colors for the characters. So it's kind of giving you a small incentive to come back and play, but it's not like strong enough to where it's like, oh yeah, this is it. You know, this is exactly where it is. And that's why you see on screen I'm not really showing too much of like gameplay or like different modes, because there's really no other mode. You have options. If you have the Japanese version, you had online. The Japanese version had like 2 extra modes, kind of. You had the online mode, and then it was like basically the arcade upload, where you can like take your VMU and go to a not kiosk, but a cabinet, and then like plug your VMU into the cabinet. While you're playing, you accumulate points, and you can use those points to also unlock the different colors, different stages, different characters. You know, some of you may not know, you actually have to unlock a lot of the characters in the game, so you have to either buy them or unlock them through gameplay, or just someone with a complete save file. So it's not really a lot happening in the game, and I think that's kind of its like downfall when it comes to that. And I think this is going to be kind of a different why you should play, because it's going to be mainly focused on not really the game itself, but the community around it. As someone who played this game majority of his life, who's watched majority of these tournaments, who I spent majority of the time learning so many of the characters, because this is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. It has one of my 2 favorite franchises in it, and that's Marvel. I love the Marvel characters. I even love Capcom characters. Let me not front. I actually really like the Capcom characters. And the way that these players have stretched this game, like they have gone through every nook and cranny to optimize characters you wouldn't even think to optimize. Yeah, you have the gods, but every character in this game gets optimized because of its combo routing, the mapping, the flow chart, it's an exceptional fighting game, and I think that's what brings a lot together. You have, since I live in New York, you have Crack Till Dawn, and that's one of the biggest, I would say, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournaments in the East Coast. There's probably more, but I'm from New York, so I know mainly that this is where the one I frequent is kind of big for me. Obviously, it's anecdotal. I'm not saying that's fully true, but it's such an interesting game. I have some stuff cooking up in the future for this game that I kind of want to do, but I'm not going to reveal everything just yet because I kind of want to work on it first and see how I like it. And once I feel comfortable, then I'll announce what I plan for the game. But the Marvel's Capcom 2 content will never stop on this channel. I will always keep it going. There's nothing that will stop me from doing this. At the end of the day, it's such a great game, though it doesn't have a lot of, I would say, like, substance outside of just the gameplay and the versus aspect. But I'm playing a fighting game. I'm only here for really that. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve anything else, but, you know, let's not also sit here and try to frame it in a way that makes no sense, that, oh, I played this game and, you know, I want more. And I do want more. You know, I do want more, but in this right context, but to not lose the fighting game aspect of it, what made Marvel 2 great. So, like, at the end of the day, I think it's really important that we take the time to truly understand what the game is about, truly understand why we love it. And in the description, I'll leave to Romnito's, I believe it's his Discord. I'm going to put that in the description so you could go maybe play and learn how to play with other people. This game is such a great game, and I feel like with a lot of fighting games, it kind of gets drowned out. It's remembered as the hype game, but, you know, as every new fighting game comes out, you know, it pushes this one further back. And I don't want that. I want Marvel 2 to always be in the forefront, always be in somebody's mind. So with that, I'm going to leave that at that. And I hope you enjoyed this quick why you should play for such a game that I feel like you should just experience it yourself. Really enjoy why people play it and why you should play it. I have a few more videos coming up, a lot of different games that aren't fighting games coming up and different stuff. I just finished graduating school, so yippee, hooray for me. And I still have to go right back. So I'm looking forward to kind of finishing up my content and, you know, really getting everybody to play some old fighting games, play some old games, and just enjoy gaming. But don't get me wrong, 2026 is looking like a sure banger right now. There's nothing you can tell me or you can say gaming is dead, but right now gaming is far from it. So I plan on making content for Tokon. I plan on making content for Mark of the Wolves, Street Fighter 6. Do not get it twisted. Just because I want you to play older games does not mean the newer games are ass. Okay, these new games are just as good, and you should have a variety under the belt. So with that, I'll leave you with this, and I hope you guys go check out the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Go on Fightcade and, you know, play it or dust off your Dreamcast, and maybe you might have that copy of Marvel vs. 2 you didn't know about. Without further ado, we'll leave it there. And remember, guys, stay my X's. Peace.